Welcome back. It's like old times. I'm with Alex Phillips again, and what a joy it is to link up with her once more. And let's talk quickly about what I keep trailing, Alex. Labour has spent £500,000 on vanity photographers. Now, Ed Miliband is advertising for a personal taxpayer-funded photographer at the moment. Angela Rayner hired one recently last year on a salary of £68,000 a year. Keir Starmer's got two, and altogether 12 of these socialist ministers are using photographers, and they are costing taxpayers £500,000 a year. They're weird, these socialists, aren't they? They're very image conscious. I think it goes back to the Lenin and Marx and everything, who you know, were all about persuading the people that these are the people to lead you. So they're very image conscious, but being socialists, they're all lousy dressers. They all look like a bundle of crap tied up in the middle. Look at it. That works, doesn't it? But what a waste of our money. It's disgraceful, isn't it?
Yeah, these things shouldn't be taxpayer funded at all. It's not a key device of government and running the country. It is an absolute sham. It was actually David Cameron who first brought in this idea of having a personal photographer following him around wherever he goes. But do you think Keir Starmer wearing some zippy top like he is there and some acetate framed glasses is suddenly going to make voters go, oh, I really like him, he's doing a good job? No. People, the proof's in the pudding. People know if he's doing a good job or not based upon how he is running the country. And I don't understand what this is even for. I mean, within a world out there where there's so many memes being made and people can film things on their handsets, do they honestly think coming out of cosy photos? Oh, look at him, there he is. The court of King Keir. Everyone laughing around him on the aeroplane because he's such a hoot. You can just tell when you see him in front of, you know, electric media and a moving camera that he's the funniest man on earth. Yeah. We'd all love to go to the pub with him. It's absolute BS. Under no circumstances should stuff like this be paid by the taxpayer. So Keir Starmer needs to be doged.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, we could do with Elon Musk over here. He would go through this £500,000 photographer bill like a dose of salt. So let me ask the audience, do you think it's a good use of your taxpayers' money by Keir and the gang to spend £500,000, £500,000 on photographers to make them look good? I mean, they don't make them look good, but is that a good waste, or a good, it's a waste of your money? Is that a good way to spend your money? Let me know. 03444991000. And let's talk about the daddy of them all, shall we, to finish off, Alex. He is, of course, Tony Blair. Can anyone please persuade that old dinosaur to just shut up? But he still thinks he runs the country, and I think in many ways he does. He's definitely pulling Keir Starmer's strings. He's certainly got his mate into the ambassadorship over in America, Peter Mandelson, a man who goes from scandal to scandal to scandal, but always seems to be promoted, God knows why. But Tony Blair has this obsession with digital IDs, that we should all have ID passes. I can actually see the logical reason for them, and I can actually see that many countries have them, including America. But you know what? I sort of think if Tony Blair wants them, I don't. And frankly, you know, why shouldn't Britain be an outlier here? Why shouldn't we just say, do you know what? The people of this country, we regard privacy as more important than whether or not these two-bit socialists can keep tabs on us all. And therefore, I don't want these IDs. But he now says that the reason we should have IDs, he keeps saying, oh, it would be good for the migrant crisis. There's probably something in that, maybe. But he now says that this, if we all have ID passes, it will stamp on populism. It will snuff out, kill off populism. Now, Tony Blair hates populism. Keir Starmer, oh, the scourge of populism. Populism, it's so terrible. It's terrible populism. We've got to stamp populism out. What's the definition in the dictionary of populism? It is the pursuit of policies that are popular with the people. What is it that Tony Blair hates so much about that? What is it that Keir Starmer hates so much about that? I like populism, don't you?
Yeah. They hate democracy. They love control. Now, the problem is we're in such a pickle in this country with people coming over and using the NHS when they shouldn't be, people coming over here undocumented on boats, people defrauding our welfare system for millions, tens of millions of pounds. Those gangs from Bulgaria and Albania who are coming up with fake IDs and fake doctor's notes and fake employment letters and just bundling loads of cash from the post office to send back home. We've made such a mess of running this country that actually, unfortunately, having some form of digital ID is the only blimmin' answer. But the problem is, and this is what's so harrowing about what he said, if this is to stamp out populism, what does that mean? Yeah. Does that mean they want to go to some sort of Chinese social credit style system where on your digital ID, if you happen to think the wrong way or vote the wrong way or send the wrong sort of post on social media or buy the wrong stuff, you know, a patio heater or something like that, that it's all going to be recorded? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Because when people say they hate populism, what they really hate is accountability. What they really hate is the voice of the public. What they really hate, therefore, is democracy.
As I say, populism is the pursuit of policies that are popular with the people. For the life of me, I can't see what's wrong with that. And for the life of me, I can't see why people like Tony Blair and Keir Starmer object to it so much. But c'est la vie. It could be that this kind of elitism from our Labour leaders, we get the same with the Tories as well. You people, you get on with your little lives and we'll govern you. Don't you interrupt. And we'll decide what to do, not you. That could be the reason why Reform UK is now storming it and is now in every poll after poll now, is the most popular party in the country, beating not only the Tories but also Labour now. I think it is this elitism from control freaks like Blair and Starmer and the uselessness of the Tories, the deceitfulness of the Tories, that is leading to the rise of Reform. Because, you know, we actually like a popular guy like Nigel Farage, who has popular policies. We don't see anything wrong with that. So that's probably why Reform are doing so well, right?
Yeah, that is a big reason. What scares me is what are they going to do to try and stop it? What are they going to do? Because we've seen what they're trying to do in Germany. They're trying to basically criminalize the AfD. We see what they're trying to do in France, using courts of law, made up ideas that Marine Le Pen was misusing European funds in the EU 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Therefore, she can't stand for elections. We know that they go to extreme lengths to try and stop being challenged at the ballot box. What are they going to do? They've already cancelled, essentially, the next load of elections in May at local level. People should be up in arms about that. It's a disgust. It's a disgrace that they think something that wasn't even in the manifesto, this, oh, we're going to change the way that unity authorities are structured and how local governments work and the competences they have. We're going to change that. It wasn't in the manifesto. And now they're using it as an excuse to not even hold the elections that they would lose. That is the sort of vile gerrymandering that a tin pot dictator from a banana republic does. It's the sort of thing that election observers from the UK and the EU would go and point a finger at and go, you can't do that. That's not according to the new world rules-based order. And yet they'll do it themselves in this country. How far are they going to go to try and stop reform? They haven't come up with their ideas.
They'll come up with something, Alex. Listen, just very quickly. Alex Phillips, you are brilliant. A round of applause from one person. Another saying Alex is on fire tonight, and another saying that Kevin Alex really should get the band back together. So great crosstalk. Great to have you on board, Alex. Thanks very much.